Revenge films.
My name is Mindy Weiss. I have a daughter, Lily, who's 4 years old. When she was just 1, I fed her eggs and she got hives. So I had to check her into a hospital. Turns out she was allergic to wheat and buckwheat as well. She's turned 4 now, and her egg allergy has calmed down. But she's still allergic to wheat and buckwheat, so I have to check what she eats. On the other hand, my mother-in-law and father-in-law say, "Back when I was young, we never had allergies."
If you continue to feed her little by little, she'll be fine. No one dies from allergies.
They don't understand or believe in allergies. So I was always afraid that they would try to feed her wheat products when I wasn't looking. So I was always afraid of bringing her to their house. My husband would always say to them,
Hey, don't feed her any wheat, okay? She'll really die from that.
but my mother-in-law would always say things like, "Lily, do you want menuire? Lily, do you want to try some gratin?" As if I don't know what's inside those. Even my father-in-law is like this.
Lily, how about we play from these putty
Made from wheat.
that I just bought?
I can't rest when I'm near them. Just FYI, putty made of wheat is also very dangerous. On March 3rd, I was preparing a non-allergic cake for Lily. This was the day of the incident. While I was preparing, Mother-in-law had sent us a prepared cake she had bought, which had no eggs or flour on it. I wanted to double check, and when I searched online, it did say on their homepage there were no eggs or wheat used in the case, and it used other ingredients like baking powder. I thought this would be fine, so we all decided to enjoy the cake together.
Wow, such a neat cake!
Lily went ahead and ate the whole piece.
Hey, Mom, can I have another one?
She said. But right after this, things suddenly changed.
Mom, I can't breathe.
She started to say, and she fell down to the ground and threw up. She suddenly began to show signs of diarrhea as well as hives. "Lily, are you okay?" I screamed, but she looked like she was going to go unconscious. So we rushed her to the hospital. When we got there, the doctor said,
A case of anaphylactic shock. Did she eat anything strange?
I couldn't think of anything that she could have eaten. But I thought that the cake from my in-laws was suspicious. So I had my husband call them, and they said that they had switched up the cake. And they even spread eggs onto the cake as well. They even used the most dangerous white part of the egg. They didn't understand at all what they had done to Lily, even when they saw her. "We wanted to fix her allergy," my father-in-law said,
Allergies are all fake.
and didn't appear to apologize at all. The hospital took good care of Lily, and she was quick to recover. But because they were worried about her first case of anaphylactic shock, she had to stay in the hospital for a day, which had ruined all our plans. My husband got furious and said,
I'm going to the police.
but the police had told us that they couldn't intervene unless something horrible or something fatal had happened. I checked online as well, and family issues like these rarely make it to police reports. I had a hard time containing the anger that I felt. My husband as well, and he said,
Are you trying to kill my daughter? If you can't change, I'm cutting ties with you.
but they didn't budge, and even told Lily directly.
You have to try to overcome your weakness. Try harder, okay?
My husband got furious again, and he told me,
I'm going to cut ties with them, but I want to take revenge before I do.
he called someone. That someone was his sister, who was still in college. And they decided to exact revenge on their parents. That revenge was taking their parents out hiking every weekend. How was this revenge? I thought so too. But they had brought them out to a forest with a lot of cedar trees. While his sister was taking them on a hike, my husband would go and gather cedar pollen from around the forest and spread the pollen inside of their parents' house. And they would repeat this process again, this time my husband and his sister switching roles. A month later, his parents started to show symptoms of pollen allergy, and this is what he was after. 2 weeks later, they could not control their eyes from watering and their nose running. They couldn't breathe from constantly sneezing. His mother said, "Maybe we are sick." But to that, my husband said,
Are you lazy? Get over it!
his father would say,
We've gotten a nasty cold!
but my husband would say,
That's a lie!
and they weren't allowed to go to the hospital. Even through all of this, they would be brought back to the mountains and pollen would be spread through their house. The reason I didn't go was because if my husband and his sister were the ones that did it, they wouldn't suspect a thing. A few days later, while they were on a picnic, my father-in-law would say,
So allergies do exist!
declaring his loss against the battle. To which my sister-in-law replied, What are you talking about? You've always said that allergies don't exist. Which was what they had told Lily that time. In April, they fainted in the woods and started to show signs of anaphylactic shock. They ate bread the day before and had fainted from all the stress their body was facing. It wasn't as bad as what Lily had to go through, but we called an ambulance just for them. They recovered fine, but had to stay in the hospital for 3 days. Once they recovered, my father-in-law came and said,
Were you trying to kill us?
as if he had no idea, my husband said,
This is what an allergy is! This is what you did to Lily! You almost killed Lily like this! And kids are more likely to actually die from anaphylactic shock! Far more than adults!
And so they looked at the ground and went silent. After this, they had changed how they viewed allergies. Allergy is fake! And begged for forgiveness. But my husband glared at them. We had already decided to move away from them after the revenge was complete. We had told my family and close friends about where we were going.
I never want us to see them ever again! My parents are murderers! I'm never contacting them or seeing them. We may meet on accident, but I never want to see them.
He said, I hear they're still begging for forgiveness and are constantly looking for us. Me and my husband will never forgive them. I just hope they suffer constantly during allergy season. I don't care if you have another case of anaphylactic shock.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.